Just because a traditional publisher is telling you it's going to take 2 to 3 years and tens of thousands of dollars to publish your book doesn't mean it has to be that way. Not anymore. There's print on demand. There's self-publishing. You are the one in control. You can be the one in control. Self-publishing has opened a whole lot of doors in the last 5, 10 years even. Now, self-publishing isn't that daunting either. It's a process. It's a checklist. These are the items that you need to do in order to get from A to B. And you just mark them off one by one. And however long it takes you to do one to the next is how long the process is going to be. You just need to dedicate time to it. And if you're going to self-publish all on your own, then you need to learn a few things. Yeah, there's a learning curve. You need to know the software, and you can use basic software. You can use Word or PowerPoint, or you can be using more complex software like InDesign. But the process itself isn't daunting. It shouldn't be daunting because it's doable. It's doable for anybody anymore. If you want to self-publish and you don't want all of the technical garble, you don't want to deal with that, no problem. That's what I'm here for. I am a ghost publisher for self-published authors, children's book authors more specifically. So what I do is I will compile the manuscript and the illustrations that the author gives me, or I'll go and get illustrations if the author needs help finding them, and I will create the book for them. So we'll do the formatting, we'll do the editing, we'll do the layout, and get it all in order for them. We'll create a book cover. Then we will go ahead and get it printed, get it proofed, and then start with distribution. Now I can do as much of that process or as little of that process as you want because you are in control. This is your book. As the ghost publisher, I'm just behind the scenes. You get to decide where you want it distributed. You get to decide how much you want to charge for the book, the colors that you want in the book, the length of the book. It's yours. So self-publishing gives you a whole lot more freedom, and it can be a lot more lucrative. You don't have that major expense at the beginning. Traditional publishers often charge anywhere from $10,000, $20,000 to $30,000 before you even get your book proofed. And then on top of that, then they're asking for a royalty, or they're charging you. One individual told me that he was quoted $35 per book for a board book. That's what it was going to cost him. I was able to inform him of other locations to get his book printed, and it brought it down to $3 a book. That's a big difference from 35 to 3. Self-publishing gives you a whole lot more freedom. Not only on what you decide, the looks, the distribution, but the time frame. Traditional publishers will quote you from 2 to 3 years before you can get your book published. It's a long time. But as a self-published author, it could take you 2 to 3 days, 2 to 3 weeks, 2 to 3 months. And you can decide. I mean, if you want to take 2 to 3 years, you can, but you get to decide on the length of the process, not the publisher. So a ghost publisher, which is what I do, will go ahead and compile the book to completion. If you want a ghost publisher, then just get a hold of me, publisher at childrenwritingchildrensbooks.com. I'd be happy to give you a quote.